Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Money Mace, and what we're going to be going through today is, see here, how I went from 0 to 100k per month inside just 3 months with OFM. Now a lot of you are going to be going, oh, he's a scammer, oh, it's not possible. Well, I'm going to be taking you through the exact steps that I did, some of my mistakes, and how you can go ahead and do similar, and just to show you that it is very possible. So a little bit of background on me. I'm Mason. I'm a 6-figure per month agency owner, and I have been for the last year. You can find me here on YouTube, over on Instagram at Mason100, that's double N, Mason100, over on X at Mr. Money Mace, and like I say, they're the best place to connect with me. My Telegram will be in the link below, so you can contact me there directly and message me if you find anything in this video valuable or just want to connect further. So that was a little bit about me. Why you should even care? Why should you even care? I've been running a 6-figure per month OnlyFans management agency now and for the last year and a half. So we're clearly doing something right. Don't listen by all means, but if you do, take value from it and implement some of the things that you learned today into your own agency in order to scale to this level as well. So this is a screenshot up here, just quickly. How you can see in December, this is a creator that we was working with at 14k a month. The next month went to 50k a month, and then 3 months down the line from working with her, and she actually launched her account in December. She was all the way up into the 6-figure per month mark, and that continued there on. So just a little bit of proof so you can see. And you might say, oh, I can get the screenshot from everywhere. Message me on Telegram directly if you need me to FaceTime you and show you. So let's get into it to start. So what actually happened? So I was trying to do, I'm going to keep this story super short in this kind of aspect. So I was trying to do trading for 2 years, didn't work out. My friend told me about this new thing that he just learned about from a meetup called OFM. And so I'd been introduced to the idea of OFM. And then when he was telling me the story about it, the person who he'd heard it from had made a considerable amount of cash in a short time frame. And I was like, wow, that's something I want to be a part of. So instantly I doubled down. I learned everything I could about this OFM thing. I read YouTube. I got free courses online. I ended up joining a group chat as well, where this was one of the side hustles inside it. So I ended up networking with a load of people, that kind of thing, right? So that's how I got into it. That's how I got introduced. My best friend and biz partner at the time, we was in some other ventures, told me about it, said, look, we should try this out. Nothing's working. Let's give this a shot. So what do? Like what anyone does as soon as you get into the OFM space. Well, this isn't what a lot of people do, but it's what we did, because we think, right, we're in OFM, want to start making cash. How do we do that? We need the access to an OnlyFans account in order to be able to do that. So like, all right, shit, we need to go get ourselves an OnlyFans account. How do we do that? Outreach. We both had rubbish looking Instagrams. Like, I looked about 12 and still look pretty young now. But I had like a cigar in my mouth, one picture on Instagram, picture of a cigar in my mouth, thinking I'm like some wannabe Tate. My bio is like future millionaire. Got some rubbish profile picture. My friend, he's got a few pictures on there where he's gone on holiday with his family. And so we're just sending out DMs on DMs a day. And whilst we're doing that, we're still learning a little bit about the game. Like I say, we've found a few free courses online, YouTube information, all of the information on there's rinsed. It didn't actually help us really get anywhere, but it gave us the drive and hunger in order to try and chase that kind of results that we're looking for. So we just started DMing everyone. Like, we was maxing out our DMs per day. And this was when we only had one account each. And we're like, look, we've got to hit our DM limit every day, every morning, afternoon and night, DMs. Models who are already on the platform, potential models, influencers, everybody was getting a DM from us. So how do we even actually go ahead and sign our first talent was just from this. So eventually we get some replies, the law of large numbers, got some replies, ended up speaking with a few models who are even on the platform, super low quality. I've actually still got her to this day, bless her. But super low quality model, I barely even speak to her anymore. Closed her on DMs, got her on a call. I remember I was at work this time. I was at Tesco, hated life. I was on my break and she was like, yeah, look, I'm free for a call. I've got to take this opportunity. Called her, closed her there, and then got the contract sent over and signed. And that was in like end of November time. So when I say about December up into March is when we scaled up, because it was like the back end of November when we signed this first model. So she wasn't the model we actually ended up going and making 100k a month with. So this is where the story actually develops a little bit more. So because we was doing so much outreach, we had all these leads who we was trying to get for our business. And eventually, some of them replied a week later, 2 weeks later. So we had more people coming in and more conversations open up. So that's how we got our first model. How then my business partner Tom went and signed the second model. This was actually a couple. Was working with both of them for a little while. Still constantly on the outreach, because that's something that you can never give up. A lot of times I see people get into the OFM space. They will do a lot of outreach, get a model, and be like, right, I'm going to make this model 100k a month, and then I'll get a next one. unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. Not every model is primed to make 100k a month. Sometimes they don't have the work rate for it. Sometimes they don't have the conversion rate for it. All these like kind of factors are in the game. Now you're aware for BTU. So we actually got hit back up off another model, and on that account was her boyfriend saying, look, I'm big in the space as a male creator. So this is when we got the first wind of one of the most crucial recruitment techniques that I can tell you from here today, referrals. He was like, look, I'm big in the space. How about if you're looking for models to sign to your agency, this is completely new to me. We got him on a call, we explained to him about what it was. He said, look, this is new to me, but if I can bring you models, can you just weigh me in a cut? We're like, yes. We started getting like 10, 15 girls a week. This is like month 2 into OFM. And right now we're like, yeah, we'll take more models, more money. We didn't even know how to market these models. We didn't know how to chat on the accounts. So we started taking on way more than we could. But we eventually got referred this model who was super high quality. And I don't even mean high quality in the fact that she was crazy work rate. She was very niche. And that's how we was able to achieve them results in such a short time frame. Because you'll understand, in OFM, not just any, like why is a guy going to sub to just any girl? There's so many out there. This model had some unique features which allowed us to play on them. And so she got way more attention on social media, more eyeballs, more subscribers, more sales on the account. Easy funnel. So that's a little bit what we did. We literally just used sheer volume. So if you're at 0, you've got time, and you've got a small level of resources, use them, right? Why are you not? Send a DM right now while you're watching this. Easy. So this is what you can do. So the lessons there and the mistakes that I made, you can go and learn from, and you can implement these to yourself. So you can outreach from a way better personal account, make it at least look good, buy some followers, get a few more posts up there, look the part. Outreach from an agency page. So this is actually isn't the highest ROI, but having your agency page even attached to your personal lets some sort of credibility. When these people were asking us, yeah, like, so where is your agency? And it was just me and my boy on our shitty personal accounts. We're like, it's under construction. Little life hack for you, pro tip. If they ask you where your website is, it's under reconstruction. So agency page, you can outreach from a girl or a model's page if you have access to that, or one of your friends. Ask hundreds of girls on Instagram, you can ask. And this is where it comes in crucially, get others to outreach for you, referrals. Ask other people that say to them, find good candidates that would fit this bill, right? People like male creators, people like male influencers, people like female influencers, people like female creators say, look, I don't even want to manage your OnlyFans, but if you can refer me girls, I'll give you a percentage of their earnings that we scale up for them. Imagine that. Imagine going and pitching a girl and saying to her, look, I don't even want a cut of your OnlyFans, but do you know somebody who wants their account scaled, and I will give you a percentage for doing so? She's going to be like, oh, what? He hasn't even tried to pitch me, but I need my account scaled. So you can even potentially sign her, and it opens up the door for you to have so many more referrals. Girls in this industry usually know more girls in this industry. Birds of the same feather flock together or something. You don't need to know that. So I got a model, right? And then we got another model. And then I worked so as I got them first 2 models, let me just take the story back. As I got them first 2 models, I worked even harder than I did before when I had them first 2 models. Because now I knew it was go time, right? Now it's like, now I've got the opportunity in my fingertips, time to, this tangible like asset, it's not in the sky because it's all online, but it's time for me to go and make this happen now. So I worked even harder. We was chatting on the accounts. We was trying to market. I didn't even know how to market these models. I had no clue. Was bringing in no subscribers, chatting to nobody on the account. But we had enough models coming through that we could, when someone was complaining, get rid of them and have a new model come in. Was working hard. And then we got our break. So like I said, we signed this big model. Not physically so big, but she was very big in terms of on the OnlyFans platform. And from there, we just ran with it. Right, so we was doing a lot of the chatting ourselves on the accounts. We didn't even know what chatters was. So this was when the networking side of things really come into play. And this is how we actually scaled up past this point. Because when we got to this point here and we got our break, we signed the quality model niche. We got her good marketing. So we knew because we was onto a niche model that it can be marketed. And then we looked at what other people were doing in this niche, right? Replicated it. Boom. By all means, it blew up. As it should, like very simply, you see what's working in the space, you replicate, you copy, you put your little twist on it once you actually have a good understanding of it, and then you can go from there. Then I paid for my next step, so I realized I was missing some things. So I had a friend who was in the space, like also part of this networking group, and I said to him, look, I'm going to pay you to teach me about the sales side of things. How do I expand my sales on the account? He's like, well, you need to get chatters. I was like, what are they? Right, so I didn't even know what chatters was. Basically what a chatter is somebody whose sole job is to sit on the OnlyFans account and speak to these horny guys, sell them contents, give them the experience that they want of speaking to this hot model online, or ugly model, doesn't matter. Give them the experience of speaking to this model online, and that's their sole job. You pay them a fraction of the price that it would cost you, so they're like $2.02, usually virtual assistants from the Philippines. And what that allows you to do is obviously leverage your time and build your sales team much higher than obviously you sitting on the chats. You can only do so much. If I'm on the chats, I'm there for 8 hours, I can't do anything else with my time. It's going to be hard for me to, unless I want. So you want to hire like almost experts, but if someone's dedicating their 8 hours to that job solely, they're going to do a way better job. Or eventually in due time they will, once you train them up to have the skills in order to do so. It's like any employee kind of like funnel in terms of teaching somebody else how to do it and outsourcing. So, and that is exactly how I achieved 100k a month within inside 3 months. Pretty like small broken down, but an easy roadmap on how you can go ahead and do the same. You sign a model, you sign more models, you filter through their models on who's going to be the quality ones, you work with them, and then you implement the social media strategies that is needed in order to scale that model's brand or scale that model's reach to the point where she's got enough subscribers coming through the door that you can then go ahead and implement the sales on the account and a sales team on the account in order to scale to them numbers. Very simple. And that is what OFM is. For anybody out there calling it a scam, calling it this and that, that is very simply how you can get to 100k a month with OFM. And that's exactly how I did so in a nutshell. So I'm just going to jump on in here and say, if you want to find out exactly how to find, train and outsource your own VAs, drop me a message through on Telegram, and I'm going to send you a snippet of the live recording that I did last night, explaining to my members exactly how they can go and do the same in the most efficient way possible.